So part 2 to this video, let me show you this real quick here. You can see right here where the acoustic ceiling, the new drywall, and then there's their runner against the 2x6. So as we've layered this to put these back in, they're going to have somebody else texture it because they want someone to do it that's been doing this for a long time, and I'm not a texture guy. We had to come across every joist on 16 inches on center, and then right here we definitely hit a runner there and had to pull that apart. And then right here we could not fish up and through this 90 degrees, so we had to drill a hole here to get that wire right in there and come back around. And then we just fished it down, of course, to switch an outlet. Right here, we did hit 3 2x8s right there. And then, so we lucked out with the amount of space we could go under and just put a notch plate. Our drywaller guy knows to be careful when he screws that in. But then coming across, we saw some more runners we hit with our fish stick there too. So we lucked out with that one, and this one we really lucked out to that one right there. So as you can see, it's pretty difficult for that to be done, and we ended up with a little bit of Swiss cheese going on, about 6 holes there. Again, no attic space. And then when you guys get your wires up there for the Romex, make sure you keep those down, because if they get a new roof and they start nailing in, you'll hit a wire. No different than if you're in a basement joist with a hardwood floor. Sometimes they'll use some 2-inch or 2.5-inch nails, whatever roofing they're going to do. Just make sure you try to tuck things down. As you can see, we still had a 2-inch gap, so if they hit the top of the can, the thermal fuse sometimes is at the top, sometimes on the side. Other than that, they do make more of a shallow 6-inch can. This one was fine for what we did. We did put in an LED trim that's dimmable at 15 watt. A lot of people want to know pricing on stuff. You know, if it has attic accessibility, it's going to be a lot cheaper. Usually it can be about $200 a hole. This one, I did not estimate to have this issue with the ceiling, having double layered like that. Typically it would be about $300 a hole on this. There's 3 holes right there. That's with cleanup, 2 people, and getting the work in. Then you're going to have plus your mudder. I'll go ahead and screw these plates back in. Where they have a gap, I'll take from the other ones where there were 2, and I'll put 3 with a longer screw so my drywaller can see. He might have to space that a little bit and then mud it, but he'll get that coated very well. They may have to repaint their whole ceiling. As you can see, this goes all the way into the dining room. They also have a pre-stressed foundation crack here too. Might be a good time to have all that skimmed or retexture all of it. So you should anticipate for that. If you're not doing if you're doing the painting yourself, it's probably more inexpensive that way. But typically, if our mudder comes in to do the work, depending on how difficult, this is definitely a harder one, that can be sometimes $100 to $150 a hole for him, especially if he's coating the whole ceiling on an L shape like this. So you might want to plan a decent amount for this kind of job on both sides of it. If there's attic space, like I said, we can get in there and fish it. Don't have any holes. Sometimes we have to drill when there's a bathroom above it on both sides of that TGI or that 2x8 truss, just so we can look on both sides that we're not hitting plumbing or electrical or gas line, HVAC work. There's a lot that can go on in there to get those between those joists. Anyways, thanks for joining us.